Hi guys, so I am home in my room in Georgia right now, and my hair is a crazy color right now. It's just kind of like a bluish, grayish blonde right now. I have it temporarily dyed for the festival that I'm going to this weekend, so it's not gonna stay this color. I'm actually gonna use a conditioner in it tonight and make it a little bit more blue, hopefully for the weekend, but this is what we're working with right now. I think it looks pretty cool. Today I am doing my first Lindsey. We have someone barking that needs to come in. Today I'm starting my new advice series, which is called Lindsey Listens, and it is basically just me taking you guys' questions and giving you guys advice on whatever you need help with at the current moment. I love doing advice videos. I do not do them enough, so this video series is like inspiring me to do these videos once a month, help you guys out, and basically just talk about like stuff that I feel like could benefit a lot of you guys, because a lot of you guys had like overlapping questions. So I asked for you guys' questions on Twitter. Some of you guys' questions took up more than one tweet, which is obviously fine, and some of you guys tweeted me like a screenshot of something that was long. So I favorited a bunch of the tweets of stuff that I was like, I think this is really good stuff to answer that will help a bunch of you guys. So I hope that you enjoy this video. It will probably be a little bit long because I want to answer as much as I can for you guys. I hope that you will join me in these videos. Every month I'm going to be doing one of these videos. Let's get started. Okay, Life with Lily 01 says, how do you stay so confident? And I got a lot of questions from you guys pretty much just about confidence and wanting me to talk about confidence. I am a very confident person. I have not always been that way. It took me a while to really become confident with myself. I used to have like super bad skin, acne, and that was something that really like shot down my confidence. No matter like how much makeup I put on, no matter how long I took to get ready, I just would always feel like everyone was staring at my skin and at my acne, and that was like one of my biggest insecurities that I had in high school. But it's so normal and so just like relatable. I did end up taking Accutane, which helped my skin a lot. However, I definitely don't have like perfect skin. Confidence can be really hard because you can be so happy with the person that you are on the inside, but on the outside you're not so happy. Or it can be maybe the opposite way around, like you're confident on the outside but you kind of wish there were a lot of things maybe internally that you could change by yourself. So confidence is something that I think you just really have to start with accepting yourself, and that can be hard to do, but it's really important. Just accepting that this is a person that you were made to be. Like, you were put here, you were made the exact way that you are for a reason. Like, you are supposed to be here and you are supposed to be your amazing self. You know, it's really hard. We all have things that we don't like about ourselves and things that we want to change about ourselves, and that is so normal. Confidence is being happy with the person that you are overall, and the person that you know you are deep down, the person you are in the heart. That got really deep really quickly, but it's really true. Like, if you are just happy with the person that you are, and you know you're putting out your best self and your best energy, and you're giving other people like the best that you can possibly be, I think that is exuding confidence in itself. This is one from @HappyLilBody, and she says, how to stay true to your morals even though you change anything for the people you love. Well, first thing I got kind of out of reading this question is you would change anything for the people that you love, and I understand that, but at the same time, the people that you love and the people that are important in your life shouldn't want you to change your morals and shouldn't want you to do anything that you're not comfortable with. And if anyone is pressuring you, then I think first of all, it's just kind of like, that's not a good sign in a friendship, that's not a good sign in a relationship, but I think it definitely happens and everyone experiences, you know, types of pressure. But I really think you need to just tell whoever, you know, this person is pressuring you to want to do something that you're not comfortable with, just saying like, I completely understand that this is something that you want to do, that you're comfortable with, but I personally don't want to do that. I think that something really important is accepting that people, especially in high school, like people, your friends, are gonna do things you didn't think they were gonna do, and people are gonna change, and that doesn't necessarily make somebody a bad person. It just means they're growing, they're changing, they're experimenting with things. You should stay true to exactly what is comfortable to you and what you want to do, and don't do anything that you're not comfortable with just because your friends or someone else might be doing it. But at the same time, I think we should accept others for their choices and not judge others. I think that's something that's really important. Don't like judge the people in your life just because they're making different decisions than you, because that's their life, you know? It's not your life to worry about. So just let everyone kind of be, but at the same time, I understand that you want to do so much for other people that you love, but I think you need to let them know in just a very nice way, hey, I'm not comfortable doing that. I don't want to do that. I think it's fine if you want to do that, but I'm not going to. And then if there's still pressure after that, I think you just need to kind of remove yourself from the situation. There's people that really love you, they won't want you to do anything that you don't want to do and that you're not comfortable with. Julia Castagna says, what are some ways to stay positive while dealing with school and schoolwork? Love you. I love you too. I put this question in here because I think this is something that is extremely difficult. Like, how are you just supposed to be doing schoolwork, especially schoolwork that's like the stuff that you have to do, that you hate doing, which is a lot of schoolwork? How are you supposed to like be happy and positive during that process? I think this is a struggle for absolutely everybody. I struggle a lot with procrastination and just not wanting to do the things that I have to do ever. Really, one of the only ways that you can stay positive about schoolwork is, first of all, just being like, okay, well, I kind of have to do this, you know, I don't really have a choice. How much is putting this off like benefiting me? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like you need to think about how good you're gonna feel when it's done, when you're not stressed. If you finish your homework now, or you finish this assignment now, then you can reward yourself with something after when you're done. You give yourself some internet time or TV time or whatever it is, but you have to get that thing done that you have to get done, because you know that it's only just like nagging at you up in the brain. Think about how good you're gonna feel when it's done and when the stress is off your shoulders, I would say. Best Day Mendez says, how do you get rid of / avoid bad friends? This is something that I struggled with in high school. Like, I had like a very on and off friendship with a person that I had a ton of classes with all throughout high school. So, you know, when we weren't close and when things were not good between us, it was really, really hard. I would like sit in the corner of my classroom with headphones in and I wouldn't talk to anyone, honestly. But honestly, avoiding people is never really gonna help things, because it's always just gonna make things kind of awkward. You're always gonna be like planning your day strategically, trying to avoid this person. I don't know the situation really, but if this is somebody that's like really close to you, that's a good friend, and they're just a bad friend, I really do think that you have to cut people off that are not good for you. It might be very difficult, but if somebody makes you feel more bad than they make you feel good, if a relationship is harming you, if, you know, a relationship isn't making you happy, or a friendship, like, that is not beneficial to you, if it's causing you more unhappiness than happiness, the relationship is not worth it, in my opinion. You need to get that person out of your life. So you just have to tell them in a very kind way. Like, I've had to do this before. You literally have to cut people off sometimes. You have to just be like, I know we have been friends for this amount of time and I will always, you know, respect you and care about you, but I think right now that it is not good for either of us to be friends. It's not good for me to be this close with you, and I just have to like take, you can say I have to take a break from the friendship. Like, I need a little bit to just like not talk. I have done this. I've texted people before, stuff like this. Like, I just need like a break from this. Like I said, you can only avoid people so much and not hang out with people. That's something that's a lot easier sometimes than cutting off someone, just, you know, not hanging out in the same groups as them. If you're sacrificing things that you want to go to and things that you want to do just to avoid a person, once again, that is not worth it, because you shouldn't be sacrificing your happiness. So you just sometimes really have to cut people that are not good for you and not bringing you joy, not bringing you up. You have to get them out of your life. This is from @mishmel95, and she says, how do you get over a guy you know is bad for you but you can't seem to let go of? Girl, I understand. I feel you on this one. I get very attached to people very easily, and I definitely understand what you're saying. Like, you know that they're bad for you, but you just can't, like, something about them, you know, you care about them in some ways. So it's very difficult for people like us, which I'm sure is a lot of people, to get over somebody like that. And I really think, first of all, it just kind of takes some time. Like, I don't think you should ever like tell yourself, I should be over this person by now, or like, why am I not over this person? Or I don't think you should say that you're over someone when you're not over them. You should just accept that getting over people takes different amounts of time for everyone, and sometimes it takes a really, really, really long time. But something you said in this tweet is that you know that they're bad for you, and that's something that you really, really, really have to think about. Do you actually want somebody, especially a guy, that's bad for you and that is not like bringing out the best of you and the most happiest? If they're not bringing good out of you and they're not treating you amazingly, and if somebody isn't treating you as good as you're treating them, the relationship, as I said again, is not what you want. And I know that's really, really hard to see sometimes. This is like, I'm talking literally to myself right now, like this is advice to myself as well. But you really just have to think about the person that you want to be with and the type of person that you are and the way that you treat somebody, and you have to be with the person that treats you with that same, if not better, hopefully better. Basically, girl, you deserve better. At MMJ94 says, what do you do when you're stuck in a rut? I feel you guys on so many of these questions, because I feel like I get stuck in ruts a lot. Like, I will just get in these moods where I like don't know why I'm upset and I don't want to do anything, and I just want to be like really, really lazy and like not hang out with anyone and not go out and do anything and just lie around my apartment in my bed all day. Like, sometimes you gotta let yourself like have that for a little bit. But I understand what you're saying, like you want to get out of this rut. So the biggest thing is like hanging out with somebody, like an individual one-on-one time with a friend that really always makes you happier. Like, you see this person and you know like you can always count on them, you can talk to them about anything, and that just someone that like brings you up, you know what I mean? Whether it's like maybe you can't see them in person, but like calling this person and having a phone conversation with somebody and just being like, yo, like I just need to like talk to someone right now, or just like going out and doing something that makes you a little bit happier, you know. Go take a walk, listen to some of your favorite music. Music is really, really helpful. Just try to listen to like uplifting music a little bit, or like your favorite artist. That always makes me feel better. If you can drive, I really, really like driving at night, listening to music, or just like sometimes I just have to go on a drive to clear my head. And so anything like that, anything that kind of like is an instant like mood booster to you, whether that's like watching like your favorite movie or treating yourself in some way, like do that. Give yourself some like relaxation time. Also, don't you just feel a lot better about yourself when you're productive versus when you're in like a lazy rut? Because I do. So think about that too. Be like, hey, you know, tomorrow is a new day. I'm gonna be in this rut for today, but tomorrow I am going to get my life back together, because I'm gonna feel so much better and more productive when I do. Okay, this next one, I'm not gonna read her username just in case she wouldn't want me to, but she says, so I had a relationship with a guy for a month and we ended things last week, and he has already moved on to another girl. I'm over him, but not the situation, and I'm finding myself really sad. What should I do? Love you. So I love you as well, and I'm really, really sorry that you're going through this. It's awesome that you said I'm over him but not the situation, because you're acknowledging that you're over, you know, maybe like the type of person that he is, but just not over like what happened, and that you're sad about it. And I think that's totally normal, and I think that you can allow yourself this time to be sad and be upset. At the same time, I truly, truly believe, as hard as this is to like grasp the concept of, every single person and relationship that comes into and out of your life is teaching you something, no matter how short that relationship is, no matter how long that relationship is. And if a relationship ends, it ends for a reason, and it might take a really, really long time to understand that or to accept that, especially if it wasn't the way that you wanted it to go and you didn't want it to end, you know what I mean? Like, it's very, very painful, and it can be so hard to like get past that once you really like somebody. But I think you have to really realize that it did end for a reason. Someone so much better is gonna come along, and you just have to kind of be like, I know I'm gonna eventually get my Prince Charming. Like, it sounds really dumb, but like, I'm a hopeless romantic, especially once like guys just do like shitty things to you, it's really, really hard to just like move past that. And I think it takes a lot of time, as I said, for different people in different situations. But I think if this guy, you know, he already moved on to someone else, he's kind of just seems to be like a player, and that you don't need that in your life. I'm glad you said that you're over him. And the situation, honestly, you are going to see, you're gonna look back on this and you're gonna be like, I can't believe I was ever so upset about that, because that guy was a piece of shit, and why did I want him in my life? So just believe me. The last question I'm going to answer for this video is from @Carrie Vaughn, and she says, how to deal with the pressures of being, quote, successful, meaning making money, versus following your heart. I really like this question. I think that success really, really is defined by a lot of people as how much money you're making and what type of a degree you have, what type of a job you have. But I really think at the end of the day, success should be, are you doing what's making you the happiest? Are you doing what you feel like you are here on this earth to do? And if you can say yes, then your life is a success. You're a successful person, and that is the most important thing at the end of the day. Like, you can have all the money in the world, but I mean, if you're not happy, it's really, really important, as like cliche as it sounds, to really like follow what is important to you and what you want to do, and not just like do something because your parents want you to do it. And I know a lot of people can't like escape this. Like, a lot of people parents, you know, make them go to a certain school, or make them do a certain degree, or expect them to have a certain job. You have to just like tell those people what is really important to you and what you want to be doing and what you're happiest doing, and you have to just be like, I want to be doing that, and I'm gonna be doing that. So follow what like makes you feel the best. That is just the best thing you can do. I'm like repeating myself a million times. I think you guys get the point. But I really hope that this was helpful, and that you guys got something out of it, and that you enjoyed it. So let me know if you enjoyed this video by giving it a thumbs up. I would really, really appreciate it. And if you think that this video would benefit anyone that you know, you can share it with them, and that would be awesome. And I hope this was good, and I can't wait to do another one of these. I really like just sitting down and like, I don't feel like I'm talking to my camera. I feel like I'm just like literally talking directly to every single person that asked me one of these questions. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week in another video. Bye.